Bay Buccaneers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
First down, Westbrook. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, Westbrook rolling to his left. He'll run it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. No gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Quick throw caught by Godwin. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Looking to throw. Westbrook. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Russell Wilson leads out the Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson. Got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
At their 48-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. First and 10. Westbrook steps away. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw on second down. Westbrook. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
We're scoreless after one. Throwing on first down. Westbrook. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41. Here's Edwards-Helaire. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to keep it here. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off, and it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
The quarterback keeps it. A fumble on the play. Recovered by...
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Wilson to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, he'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen them punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
So they'll walk him back half the distance.
Automatic first down.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Push him back. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. We're going 4 down. Hey, check. Mike, 50. Alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Caught by the tight end, Ertz.
Wilson.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Check. Well up. Check. 53 spot. Hey, keep it up. Check. Check 50.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Wilson out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster.
Wilson's pass.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line.
2nd and 7 at the Buccaneers' 45-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
To number 31.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, Wilson. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
4-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
10.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the gun, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They go play action with Wilson. Uncorks one for Davis. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Corey Davis. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we come upon halftime here. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Seahawks 7.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 32.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Russell Wilson.
Derek Barnett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, Westbrook. And now he's going to use his legs. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson looking sideline, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
DK Metcalf, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
From the gun, Wilson, and he connects with Ertz. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st.
5-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Intended for Juju.
Man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he's able to put it through. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw on second down, Westbrook. He'll try and run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
13 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Westbrook. That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a
10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Westbrook. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete.
The pass.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
Score Buccaneers 17. Seahawks 14.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now this carries into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, and all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Wilson's pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers from the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play.
17.
We knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. so many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Now Myers for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now the Bucs down by 7, a little under 50 seconds to go. This is where your playoff mettle is tested on the road, needing a touchdown to stay alive as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Gets past 1 man. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He's back to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them.